Who's Been Writing This? By Mike Steele, age 11, grade 5, Brywood Elementary, Irvine, California. I knew having to shop wouldn't be fun. As I walked down the aisles, a big sign caught my eye. It read, "Exciting book set. Inside Chuckle Wuckle Flakes, you'll find a very special book series. Everyone will enjoy a special set that only he or she will find." I may not be Sherlock Holmes, but I know when an offer is good. I love reading almost any book. You could ask anyone. They'd say Mike Steele loves reading. So of course I rushed to the cereal aisle. I raced to the Chuckle Wuckle Flakes and grabbed a box. I read a small caption on the front of the box. It said the same as the sign, except on this, at the bottom of the caption, it said, "Collect all." I couldn't read the number. I looked hard and I made a guess that the number was 2 and read on. The rest just said, "Books in the set." I had to buy a box and get that story. I looked at the price. I couldn't believe it. It was priced at 50 cents, and it was in a big buy 2, get 1 free spot. I shook the 3 boxes, trying to make sure that those books were in there. I finished shopping and ran up to the counter to buy the groceries. Paid for the groceries and loaded them on my bike. On the way back home, as I was riding away from the store, the box of Chuckle Wuckle Flakes that I originally picked up fell out of the bag. I stopped my bike and picked it up. As I held it, checking for any holes the book may have fallen out of, the box gave me a shock. "Ow!" I cried. It hurt. I didn't think much of it, though. I rode home fast. It was getting dark. As soon as I got home, I ripped open the first box of Chuckle Wuckle. Inside, I found a small bag. I tore it open and looked at the title of the book. It read, "Alien Vampires." I was kind of disappointed, but then I saw the rest of the title, "Invade Earth." That's better, I thought. I decided to start it right then. As I started it, something was very strange. The kid's name in the story was the same as mine. Just a coincidence, I thought. It had to be. I read on. It seemed that the kid in the story, was sitting at the counter in his kitchen unpacking some groceries when he heard a sound like a rocket landing. Huh? I looked up from the book. I'd heard something. It sounded like a rocket. It must be the NASA base down the road, but it sounded closer. A lot closer. I looked out the window. I couldn't believe it. There was a rocket right outside. This was weird. I read on. Maybe I was just tired and seeing things. As it turned out, the Mike in the story watched in awe as the alien vampires marched off the ship. I looked out the window again. I didn't know what I was expecting. I guess I thought there would be alien vampires marching off the ship that I thought I had just imagined hearing. Well, guess what? There were. "Ah!" I screamed. I ran up to my room and locked the door. The book is coming to life, I thought to myself. I have to read to the end, I thought aloud. And quick! I started reading again. In 20 minutes, I finished the book, just as the alien vampires were about to attack me. At the end of the book, it said, "To be continued." "Wow," I said as I sat up in bed. It was all a dream. I tried to hit the light switch, but I didn't hit the switch. Instead, I hit a paperback book. I picked up the book. "Oh no," I yelled. It was the book I thought I had dreamt I read. I skimmed through it. Yep, it was the book I read last night. Then, I reached the "to be continued" part. I saw a part I didn't see before. It altogether said, "To be continued" in book 2 of... But I couldn't read the last number. Must be 2 again. Book 2 of 2, I said to myself. Oh, I hope I got book 2 of 2 in the other boxes of cereal. I rushed downstairs to check the boxes. As I opened the first box of the 2 boxes left, my heart filled with apprehension. I was about to look for the book in the box when I saw the clock. It was time for school. I had to meet my friend Matt on the corner. "Hey, Mike," Matt said when he saw me. As soon as we started walking, I started telling him everything that had happened. I told him about the rocket, the vampire aliens, and the book. He didn't say anything. Instead, he just stared at me with wide eyes. "Whoa," he finally answered. After school, I ran home and tore open the box of cereal again. I shifted through the cereal until I felt the book. I pulled it out. "Ah!" I yelled. It was "Alien Vampires Invade Earth" again. I almost gave up until I looked at the book again and saw the smaller print. It read, Revenge of the Alien Vampires and the Evil Intergalactic Communicator. As I was about to begin reading, I saw the author's name. It was Matt Stevenson. It was my friend's name. Oh no! Matt must be the writer! Well, maybe not, but I have to read it, I thought. I quickly read through to the end. It turned out the boy in the story's best friend was the intergalactic communicator who wrote books to trap kids and change them into alien vampires. Then, just as I set my copy down, the doorbell rang. I opened it, and there stood Matt. Except it wasn't really the Matt I knew. A gold cape was held behind him by little monsters, the little monsters I had to deal with in the last book. The alien vampires. Hello, Mike, he said. Great day to make another AV. What's an AV? I asked. An alien vampire, and it's gonna be you, this Matt answered. I tried to run, but I was too scared to move. Finally, I broke into a sprint and headed for my room, but Matt flew right behind me. Then, as I was running, I tripped. I fell, but he didn't quite grab me. I looked back, but then he wasn't there. I ran back downstairs and headed straight for book 2 of 2. Then, as I was about to throw it away, I noticed something on the back cover. It said, Continued in book 3 of 3. That's when I felt a sharp pain in my arm, then in my neck, and then in my leg. I glanced down. There were 3 alien vampires on me. Uh-oh, I said, as I grabbed for my last box of cereal. The end.